Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you guys haven't already, please go ahead and either scan the QR code or go to that link that's in the bottom right corner to sign in for tonight's event, just so we know you were able to make it. And thanks for coming. We really appreciate it. And we're really excited to talk to you about our club and how you can get involved. So just to kick it off, we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves just so you know who you're talking to. I can start it off. My name is Arnav, and I am currently a junior, and I am acting as the president of Data Science Society.
Hey guys, my name is Siddhant Satpathy. This semester, I will be the internal vice president at Data Science Society. I'm a sophomore studying computer science and statistics with a minor in history. Excited for this. Excited to meet you all.
What's up, guys? I'm Marlon. I'm the external VP, and I'm a junior studying data science and cog sci. So come chat with me if you guys are also majoring in those two things.
Hello, I'm Michelle. I am a senior. I'm studying computer science and data science with a minor in education, and I'm the VP of technology this semester.
Hi, I'm Elton. I'm a junior studying data science and econ, and I'm the VP of culture.
And I believe Sabrina is having technological issues tonight, but she is our vice president of marketing, and she is studying cognitive science. And I forgot to mention it earlier, but I'm studying business and data science. So yeah, Alina is also unable to make it tonight. She is studying EECS and business, and she is our vice president of finance. And now moving on to some of our directors.
Yeah, I can go first. Hi, guys. My name is Abid. I'm a junior studying CS and business, and I'm going to be serving as your director of consulting this semester. Super excited for this semester.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andy. I'm a fourth year studying data science. I go by he, him pronouns, and I'm the director of social good.
Hi, everyone. I'm Pranathi. I'm studying data science and econ. I use the She series, and I'm one of the directors for Active.
Hi, I'm Savvy. I use the she, her pronouns. I'm a third year studying data science, and I'm also a director of Academic.
And Angeline couldn't be here, but she's a sophomore and is our third director of Active.
Awesome. So just to get started, we're going to tell you a little bit about DSS, where we started, who we are, and just help you understand what our club's all about.
All right, so right at the beginning then. So DSS was founded in early 2016, and it was the first student-run data science organization at Berkeley. And to give you an idea of, just how early this was before Berkeley even had a data science major. So in many ways, we were the pioneers of data science innovation in UC Berkeley. And we have, in our history, hosted pilot courses for a lot of Berkeley's most popular data science classes. So if you guys have heard of Data 100, we've done a pilot course for that. And we've also hosted large external data science events. So on the slide, you can see, I believe that is John De Niro talking at one of the DSS events back, way back when.
As a club, we also have a very big emphasis on outreach and community building. Our mission statement is to foster a strong data science community on campus and beyond by advocating data science education and practice through our various committees, consulting, social good, and academic, as well as internal and external programs. So at a glance, as a club, in total, we've hosted 3 datathons for social goods, 1 every fall semester since 2019. In addition to that, we've also had over 64 workshops, external events, tech talks, and speaker series, as well as 500 plus past general members and Decal students, some of which are in this very info session right now. So we really appreciate you guys for coming and showing interest in our club, as well as 40 plus consulting clients, which averages out to about 4 to 5 projects per semester per committee. And some other examples of how we've been kind of building a data science community include all sorts of things. And they range from, like I said earlier, a datathon. Most recently, we had a datathon for social good in association with Net Impact Berkeley, which is another consulting group on campus. We also regularly host workshops. So for instance, we host workshops about SQL, Python, and machine learning. In addition, we've also partnered with a lot of big companies to host tech talks. So Quora and Disney, just to name a few examples.
And yeah, now we're gonna introduce you to some of our committees, and these are the primary ways that you guys can get involved in the club. So yeah, I'm gonna hand it off to the directors again.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Arnav. Yeah, so I'll be here to present the consulting committee. So the goal of this committee is to develop technical and professional skills in data science through corporate projects. This is done through working on a semester-long consulting project with mid-range startups as well as Fortune 500 companies. Specifically, what we're looking for is those who have experience in data science, whether it's been through personal projects, internships, or classes. We don't really care where you got the data science experience from. We are just looking for a passion for data science, semester-long commitment, and great teamwork skills. Some of our past projects have included detecting customer churn and improving retention rates for Monday.com, improving internal employee reward systems improving internal employee reward systems for PayPal, creating gig economy training tools via ASR and other natural language processing, and evaluating risk along driving routes. As you can see, we've worked with a variety of clients whose logos we've included below. And yeah, overall, like it's a great experience, and definitely consider applying to consulting.
Hi, so we're here to talk about the Social Good Committee. What we're looking for are people who are interested in social causes and you are committed to following up on their interests. So we are trying to create a space where people are comfortable enough to talk about what they care about and want to go and learn more and are willing to share with each other about it. We work with nonprofit organizations to create solutions as to how to support them. We do data science projects that address a whole wide variety of sectors, and we try to make it as diverse as possible every semester. So we also are looking for people with some technical knowledge, and you know how to handle and take raw data and turn it into some sort of insight or analysis, or even tools sometimes that we can hand off properly to the nonprofits, and they can actually take on for their own activities. And so we also are looking for people who are able to work in a team and can communicate to peers, and also just generally have that time commitment. In this kind of consulting work, you need to be able to pick up different things on the fly. So just generally having that time to be able to learn these different things is really useful. Additionally, our committee has bi-weekly meetings where we talk about a whole wide variety of things. We try to cover terminologies in the tech for good space. Social good's a very blanket term, so just trying to dive deeper into that, what the current landscape is, the private tech to public sector movement, and a bunch of other things. We can talk about it after this info session too if you're interested. And yeah, each project team is led by 2 PMs and you operate in weekly sprints. And we usually have a symposium at the end of the semester with other clubs and orgs. Yeah. So these are some of our past projects. You can kind of read through them. For context, this committee started in spring 2020. So it's relatively new. It started from people just having these pent up frustrations, staying at home and seeing kind of the disproportionate effect of things like COVID and also the BLM movement. And so we wanted to channel that into something like this in these projects. So in the past, we've worked with a global healthcare organization, a project working with a wildlife reserve in Africa, and also supporting seniors with digital literacy.
And our third committee is academic development. And so our committee focuses on offering resources and mentorship for the Decal. And we'll go into the Decal and explain how that works right after this. but this committee like focuses on like structuring and supporting the decal and hosting various different workshops throughout the semester. And so the responsibilities of a mentor on the academic development committee includes developing and presenting materials and labs for the decal, mentoring decal students throughout the semester, grading their work and making sure that your mentees are well supported throughout the semester, creating domain-specific workshops and partnering with other clubs on campus and having lots of fun. I'm not biased. Maybe I am biased, but this is the best committee in DSS, so definitely come talk to us after. But for people that are joining academic development, we look for people that are very, very passionate about teaching and spreading the love of data science within the Berkeley community and making the decal experience really memorable for all the mentees that we have. We would highly, highly recommend applying if you have teaching experience in the past and Data 100 or equivalent knowledge. But if you are interested in teaching but are not sure if you have enough experience, definitely come talk to us about that after.
Okay, and going into the decal now, which, as we just mentioned, the academic mentors will help teach. Last semester, if any of you were present for that, that was our GM program. That was a club that met weekly, but now we are transitioning to a decal that will also meet weekly, but this time you get units for it. And also it's to more enforce attendance and make sure everyone finishes the semester with a strong project that they can use and add to their resume and so on. So this decal is meant for both beginners in data science or those who don't have like very little or no experience. We're pretty much just looking for, again, people who are passionate about data science and want to have the opportunity to channel their own interests into a project. The projects are really open-ended. You'll be put into groups that each have a mentor to help you, and we'll also give weekly lectures during this decal, so you'll get more information on data science. And the project will be based on any data set you would like to use. So really a lot of opportunities there. Our meetings will be Thursdays from 6 to 8, and we do require attendance. It will go into whether you pass or don't pass, like all decals. So if you can make it, that's really important. If to find our decal, there's a decal website for all of them at Berkeley. We'll be there. The course like specific name is Data 198. If you search it up on there, it's Introduction to Real World Data Science. At the end, we'll have a symposium where everyone gets to share their projects with each other and the mentors. And sometimes we have alumni come. And it's a really great way to meet people who are at your own level and also people who are a little bit above your level who can help teach you. And it's a really good time. And we're really excited to make this transition this semester.
So why DSS? Our culture, woo! So as great as the decal and academic development and social good and consulting are, I believe that it is our culture that is what makes DSS as fun and enjoyable of a group to be a part of. And so the main goal of culture is to build this community of people that you can just talk to and navigate your entire college and data science journey through. And so these are just a handful of the events we host in pursuit of that goal. So Retreat is a weekend getaway where we just go to a place and engage only in legal activities. We just have very casual socials, karaoke, hikes, dinners. We even have like a little system that's just a great bonding experience for everyone. Next slide, please. Yeah, so these are just some pictures of events that we had. And just as a little testimonial of how much fun I've had in DSS, all of my closest friends at Berkeley have actually met through DSS. So, if you're looking for that type of community to join, DSS is the place for you.
We also offer professional development. For those of you who are more inclined to that, we do have time for fun and games, but we also have time for professional development. And how exactly do we do this? Well, the focus of a professional development program is bridging the gap between you as a Berkeley student, whether you are a data science major or any other major, between that and you as a working professional. And how do we do this? A few ways. So we have bi-weekly all-club meetings, and over here, we usually invite ex-DSS members to speak about the recruitment process, the various interview preparations that they have done, and what they do in their actual jobs. We also have an opportunities list, and this has a variety of open roles across various domains. And if you join DSS, you can get access to this. And we also often invite companies to give tech talks to DSS members. And I think we did mention this earlier on the slide. I think Marlon talked about Disney and Cora. But yeah, we do often invite companies to come over and give talks to DSS members. And this is a great place for you to meet people who will potentially be your employers later on. And it's a great way to develop your network and generally to meet more people who are doing things in the field. And yes, DSS has someone working in data science at the basketball team. Thanks, Alfie, for mentioning that. And moving on to talk a bit more about people we worked with.
Yeah, so as a club that values community building, we love collaborating with a lot of other, not only a lot of other corporations, but also a lot of other student organizations on campus. So here you can see some companies, some of which are our past clients, such as PayPal, Quora, and Airbnb. Other companies are companies that we've partnered with on certain events. So for example, we had DeepNote and the World Bank come and help us out on our most recent Datathon. In addition to that, we also regularly collaborate with other data science clubs, such as the Haas Data Science Club, to host public workshops. So even if you aren't in DSS and you want to get involved, or if you just want to learn data science and meet new people, coming to some of these events are a great way to do that. Even in DSS, if you're passionate about hosting events and kind of building your community and giving back, joining DSS is definitely a really good way to do that.
Yeah, so one really unique aspect of our club, I think, is that we have really great senior advisors and a really great, a really great, group of people that we can talk to for advice, and people who have kind of moved on to a bunch of different career paths. And so they host coffee chats and office hours, and then they're just generally there for mentorship. And as you can see here, a lot of them took a lot of different paths, which I think is another really great part of DSS. Yeah, so you can see from this as well that we're a really diverse group. So here you can see that some people took a more business centered route, and then other people are more tech. There's even research here. So I think that's one really great part of DSS. No matter what kind of facet of data science you're interested in, there's definitely someone here to give you advice and help you out with that.
Awesome. And after hearing about our club for the last 20 minutes, I'm sure the first question on the top of everybody's mind is how you can get more involved. And not to worry, I will definitely let you know right now, because I want all of you guys to get as involved as possible in our recruitment process and in our application process. So I'm sure you guys have seen at least some form of this graphic if you guys are at the event today, which I'm really glad that you are. So yeah, as you know, tonight's our second info session. Appreciate all of you guys coming. Tomorrow, we will be hosting our case workshop, and that will be also on Zoom on this same link. And this will be a great opportunity for you to kind of get to see what our technical workshops or technical interviews will look like if you are applying to consulting or social good. So if you have any questions or kind of want to see what that looks like, definitely come out to that tomorrow night. And we also have a Meet the Society event on Thursday. For those of you who are in Berkeley already, it'll be in Dwinell 155. And that'll be a really casual, really chill way to just get to know different DSS members. There won't be this whole presentation or anything. It'll mainly just be to chat. If you have any last minute questions, want to decide which committee you want to apply to, or want any last minute advice on your application, definitely feel free to come to that. And yes, the case workshop, similarly to tonight's info session, will be recorded. And then here's kind of where things start to differ. If you are applying to the committee, and that is one of the 3 committees you heard before, that'll be due that Thursday night, the 27th at 11:59 p.m. And then technical interviews will be held that following weekend. So this coming weekend is January 29th through January 30th, Saturday and Sunday. And then following that will be behavioral interviews, which will be the 31st through the 2nd. If you are, however, just applying to be a Decal student, you don't have to worry about interviews or anything like that. It's just an application process. It's pretty simple. And it's due not this Thursday, but next Thursday, February 3rd at 11:59. And so, yeah, now I guess what I really want to make sure you guys know is how to apply. It's pretty straightforward, but just in case you weren't able to get it, and that's what you came to ask about, just come on over to our website. There's a little apply button. There's 2 of them actually, and either one of them will take you to the application. It's pretty chill, and it'll have a few questions for you. And yeah, go ahead and apply, submit. You have the option to apply to 2 different committees. So yeah, feel free to apply to multiple if you are having a hard time deciding where you want to be. And oh yeah, Andy.
Hi, sorry, one more clarification. So the case workshop, actually, we go into breakout rooms, and that's where like some people will get just a little practice. And so fortunately, like those breakout rooms will not be recorded, just for, in respect of all the people that are coming. We don't really want to record what people say and post that. But we will record like the part before where we just go over general things, and that will be posted. But the actual case run through will not. So if you can't make it, we do have those coffee chats like what Arno said. So you can schedule one with either Mir or Advait, and we can kind of talk about things a little more in length. And I know I have a limit on coffee chats, so if people want to email me as well to organize something, if that error does come up, here's my email. Advait, you can put yours too. But yeah,
Sounds
just
good.
FYI.
Awesome, thanks. Yeah, and like you said, we are doing coffee chats through this Thursday. So if you do want to talk to anyone in particular and you don't get the chance to talk to them tonight, feel free to sign up for one of those. And yeah, now I want to give you guys some time. If anyone has any big questions that you have about the content we presented, feel free to ask now. And if not, I will be opening up some breakout rooms right now, and all of our exec team will be in a different breakout room. So you guys can feel free, and you guys will have the option to hop between them if there's anyone you want to talk a little bit more to, or if you want to just learn a little bit more about the club. The different directors will be able to tell you about the committees, but if the rooms start to get a little bit full, obviously the rest of us on exec, we've gone through we've each been in at least one of the 3 committees. So
Sorry to interrupt, Anna, but Trihi, do you have a question?
Oh, yes, I had a question. For the consulting, do we get an idea of what the projects are before applying, or like what type of projects we'll be doing for the semester?
Yeah, I can take that question real quick. So as we would love to disclose the client projects that we were working with, however, we're still like finalizing our contracts with them. So we haven't asked them if we can disclose the clients we'll be working with. So most likely it'll be finalized, after the applicant process has been finished.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, so feel free to talk to anyone that you want in the breakout rooms. And if there's any more questions, feel free to drop in chat or raise your hand as well. And if not, I will let you guys go out and meet some of our exec members.
There's another
Sanjay,
question in the chat. Yeah.
Yes.
So Sanjay is asking, are we able to choose our own projects, or will they be assigned? So there's kind of like 2 different answers for this. If you're in a committee, so if you're in consulting or social good, you'll be paired with the client, in which case your project will be slightly a little bit more on a rail, slightly a little bit more on tracks. So that'll be kind of more assigned. But if you were to take the decal, the whole idea is for you to be able to choose your own project and source your own data sets and all that. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, exactly what Marlon said. To add on a little more, usually the consulting and social good committees we have a meeting at the start of the semester to talk about the projects that we're offering and to also get to know the PMs, and so that we can pretty much try to mix and tailor to what are the things that people are looking for and what are people interested in. So we try to let you choose, but it's not really guaranteed because, of course, there are only a limited number of projects and placements.
Yeah, thanks for asking, Sandhya.
Are there any more questions?
Yeah, and so Sunya is asking, can I apply for the decal and a committee? So yeah, the committee application is due this Thursday at 11:59. If you also feel like you want to apply for the decal, you cannot, unfortunately, take part in both. So at a certain point, you will, have to decide. But if you do want to apply to both, feel free to send in an application for the decal as well.
And the great part about that is the decal applications are due after we release committee decisions. So if by any chance you don't end up getting into the committee that you want and want to still gain more experience, you can definitely apply to the decal after.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that there's a section in the application where we indicate that, okay, if you don't not get into the committee of your choice, would you still like to apply for the decal? So if you are interested in applying for both committees and decals, then you can just check that option and your application will automatically be considered for the decal if you do not get into a committee.
Wait, that's wrong. We changed it for this semester.
It's not?
I think
Okay,
if you
my
want to
bad
apply
then.
for both,
My bad.
you'd have to submit 2 applications, one for committee and then another for decal. But some of the questions might overlap, so you might not have to do too much extra work.
Yeah, my bad. So it'll be 2 separate applications then.
Cool, yeah, thanks for asking. I'm sure a lot of people were also wondering that, but now I will go ahead and open the breakout rooms. And if you guys do have any more questions, you can feel free to direct them at any individual in the room.